This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight is July 15th, our regular Board of Trustee meeting at 5 o'clock. We call the meeting to order. Dave, please.
Call the roll. Ms. Johnson.
Here.
Mr. Genowine.
Here.
Mr. Mahoney.
Here.
Simcoe here.
Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Did we have any questions on the approval of minutes from July 1st?
No.
Hearing none. Dave?
Yes, you make motion.
Second.
Okay. Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Genowine.
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney.
Yes. Any additions, Oliver, this evening? Okay, no hearing of non-agenda items. Okay, zoning department, Daryl, come on up, please.
Good evening.
Evening.
I have three resolutions this evening. First one being 25-124, authorization of abatement of vegetation. The three properties listed there all have the high grass violations.
Any questions from the board?
Daryl, when we get to this phase of this, how, like, again, I drive around, I see we're looking to abate this property, but two down, it's just as bad. How do these properties get on this list, and how do they get to this stage?
Generally, we get a complaint from.
Okay, so they're all complaint driven, and then they move through the process. Okay. Okay.
Does there have to be a complaint before something's done? Like what if?
No, there doesn't have to be any tweet.
Okay.
Drive by and see.
You see it, okay.
But when it comes to high grass, it's typical.
Does it include the backyard?
Yeah.
Because that Nantucket one's a bad one. We've been messing with that for 14 years.
Yeah, that one's a difficult one to see in the backyard too.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions from the board? I'll offer resolution 25124, abatement of vegetation.
Second.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Genowine.
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we're leaning those properties, right?
I'm sorry?
We lien those properties, correct?
Well, yeah, unless the property owner reimburses us prior to that. It's really-
We'll notify them, or we just sending out a crew at this stage? And, I mean, how do we get on their property to mow it? Or, again, I guess
Well, once the board approves an abatement, then we have to give them another notice that it's been approved for abatement, and we cut it within, a week or 10 days, whenever Bear or US Lawns can get to it, as their schedule allows. But once it's approved for abatement, then that gives us the right to go on the property to cut it.
you can go in the backyard and cut somebody's grass?
Once it's approved by the board.
Well, I find that when you can't even get in somebody's property to look at a chicken in the backyard, we're going to send somebody with a machine to cut their grass. We've got to do something to get these people to respond, but it just is kind of hard for me to.
And then, once we get the bill from US Lawns, then the property owner is contacted with what the cost was and the opportunity to reimburse the township for the cost. And if they don't reimburse within, I want to say it's 30 days, then we send it down to the auditors as a lien.
And I'm assuming there's been multiple contacts and attempted contacts to this stage of the game, and.
Yes, there's letters, and then Dean also usually will knock on the door, or if nobody's home, put a notice on the door.
Okay.
And that kind of ties into our next one, what we're doing with somebody here.
Call the roll.
Yeah.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Genowine.
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney.
Yes. And then if they don't do it, then we file legal action in Lucas County, right, Daryl?
Right. Resolution 25-125, this is for the property at 5723 Rudyard Road.
And what is the concern with it?
I sent out an email last week. We've got multiple disabled vehicles and other debris, vehicles parked on the grass, or what grass there is.
On the front yard.
Well, I drove down that street this afternoon and 3 or 4 houses in a row had this similar look. And that's again why I'm kind of prompting with so many questions. So I just, question why this particular one and not the others, and how did it get here? But if it came in from a complaint, then that's my answer.
No, this
And both of these came in with complaints and multiple attempts, and, because I know the grass is more of a timely thing. Obviously, this time of year, it's growing like crazy with the rain and hot temperatures. It's more of a timely thing, but the Rudyard and Stewart locations look like they had been there.
It's been going on for quite a while.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board? I'll offer resolution 25125, just authorization to file legal action in the common pleas court.
I'll second.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Genowine,
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney.
Yes.
My last resolution is 25126. Again, this is authorization to file legal action in the Rufus County Police Court to enforce the zoning resolution. This is for the property at 5840 Stewart Road.
Any questions from the board? I'll offer resolution 25126 to file legal action on 5840 Stewart Road.
I'll second.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Darrell. Chief, come on down. Evening.
Good evening, trustees and fiscal officer Simcoe. I have the monthly reports to present to you for March, April, May, and June of 2025. And I don't know if you've had any time to review or you have any questions about anything.
Questions?
I'm good. You guys have any questions?
And
Thank you.
Thank you for getting it out.
No problem.
All right.
Lots of good work, not mine.
Team deal. That's exactly right. All right, Dave, you're up, fiscal
I
officer.
have the May analysis, and you've had a few questions on it, and they've been answered and that.
Yep, thank you.
So hopefully, and I think they're looking really pretty good for May. It's a little bit early. We're not yet half point, but I think we should be fine. And if there aren't any questions, and I just have one resolution, it's 25-127. It's a township appropriation from unencumbered balance. And it has to do with some travel expenses, some tools and equipment, and a 2024 OPWC resurfacing project. And so that's our resolution. I'd ask you to approve it.
I approve.
what department is the travel expense coming out of?
I think it's, is it the which one?
First one you were asking,
Yes.
is general fund.
Who travels on the general fund?
For the seminars, some knowledgeable goes and some other, sometimes I go, sometimes, so there are people I go.
Okay.
Training and things like that.
Training is on, right?
Yeah.
Any other questions from the board? I'll offer resolution 25127, township appropriation from encumbered balance.
Second.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Genowine?
No.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes. Okay, so we've got a couple of non-agenda items tonight. And we have, if I spell your name wrong, sorry, Kyle, is it not Nicars? Nicars? All right. Come on in. 4634 Penridge, Toledo 43615. That's for, and I only do that for the record, so. Okay, thank you.
It's my first time here, so excuse me if it's nervous.
All good. Thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah, no problem. So I live in the township. I live, as mentioned, on 4634 Penridge, which is up quarry between Central and Spain. So it's a Toledo address in the township. And why I'm coming here tonight is probably more some questions and clarification regarding Ohio Revised Code, section 4511.215, as well as 4511.214, which are specific to the operation of low-speed vehicles such as golf carts. I know in 2017, January 1st, Ohio adopted these laws, but as part of that, it allows, in one new section, it allows basically ordinances specifically to kind of adopt their own laws or regulations around it. As far as I can see on the Sylvania Township website, as well as Sylvania City, it's not anything specific to it, like further. And again, I had a meeting that I would abide by these ORC codes. So if I were to buy a golf cart that follows these codes, such as there's safety regulations, such as brake lights, tail lights, all those things, I want to make sure that I'm legally able to do that. I don't obviously want to cause trouble with a police officer or anything like that. So before dropping a bunch of money in a golf cart, I want to sit in the driveway, just shine it every couple of weeks and not get used. So I was looking for some more clarification with the police here too, to just understand what I am allowed to do and what maybe I'm not allowed to do. So
It's crazy how expensive those golf carts
they
are.
are.
You can buy a brand new car, some of those,
They are, exactly.
Bit of tax credit though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I mean, it's gonna be, recreational use just for fun around the neighborhood, but again, this ordinance states that as long as I'm, hitting the list of license plates, insurance, registering, getting inspected, by like Toledo Police does it. Perrysburg, Maumee, all these other municipalities allow it, that you can drive them on streets where the speed limit is 35 and under, which would, allow me to go like the road or what have you. So again, just looking for some clarification before I make a very poor investment that I'm not able to get a return.
It's a great question. Sarah, this is kind of, I'll speak for myself. This is really out of my wheelhouse. Any you guys, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, since there's no township ordinance, we go by what's in the Ohio Revised Code. And so I'm not sure if it's Lieutenant Simon or the admin sergeant at this point, but we do have like a inspection that we do. And so if I can get your contact information, I'll put you in touch with them, and they are a lot more knowledgeable on the specifics of it than I am. So we will.
But as far as your knowledge goes, getting inspected, like as your knowledge goes, following ORC, these codes, it is legal for me to operate under these specific ones.
Exactly.
As long as
If it meets the requirements of what's in the Ohio Revised Code, we don't have anything local that is more prohibited.
And that's what I saw as well. I just wanted to make sure, before I do that and invest that type of money, that I can actually use it to my knowledge, not get in trouble. I don't want to cause it. And I do have a couple of questions as far as like driving one down 35-mile-an-hour street. Obviously, the golf cart cannot go over 25 miles an hour, which of course I'm obliged to, but cars probably want to go past me at 35. Am I driving down the middle of the lane like I'm a car? Do I keep off to the side so cars can pass me? What's the, course of action for that too?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure, because like when it comes to, usually it's a residential kind of use.
Sure.
And I don't know if there's anything in the Ohio Revised Code that prohibits it, like on roads of a certain speed limit.
It's at 35 and under.
So 35 and under.
Which allows like the road where I drive up 40, that's 35 miles an hour. Again, for these roads, I can legally drive down those. I just was looking for some guidance on, keep myself safe, keep my passengers safe, keep others on the road safe.
Yeah, and I honestly, I'm not trying to be evasive with it, but I honestly would need to refresh my knowledge of what the specific codes you're talking about are. But like you said, as long as it's not prohibited, I would imagine if it's a golf cart, you're probably driving as far out to the side of the road as possible, like a bicycle would, but I would have to review.
Sure, we can work together.
Sarah, can we get, I was going to say, can we get Kyle, maybe you guys could get at me. So, Mike, the one question I do have, in Corey Road is now a township road, but if it's a county road, doesn't the county trump the township with regards to laws and regulations for that?
Sheriff's Office also is Ohio Revised Code. That's what they have. They're not a municipality like the city of Sabine or Toledo, so they don't have, municipal ordinances. So it would be the Ohio Revised Code.
Okay.
As far as I know, it would apply the same, because it's the same statutes.
And I think with electric vehicles, you're kind of splitting hairs on so many of the GEM vehicles and things, so I think as long as you follow, and that, a friend of mine has a GEM and it was the same deal, 35 miles an hour and under, and he got to know all the 35-mile-an-hour roads and navigated around
I don't
town.
see him around, but who knows, maybe I'll be the
Yeah.
trailblazer and all of
Yeah.
a sudden you guys were going for golf carts. Who knows, you know what I mean? So thank you for your time.
Thanks for coming tonight. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, and then is it Karen, Martha? Martin, I'm sorry, Karen. Come on up if you don't mind. Karen Martin, for the record, 4850 Deerbrook Court.
Correct.
All right. How can we help you?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome.
So I'm going to readdress the speed limit on Mitchell Road. I'm a resident in Brookside subdivision, and I know there have been a lot of complaints about the speed limit, and I love how it's addressed scientifically with the study, and the study found out that instead of 55 and lowering it to 35, they suggested increasing it to 65 because it was safe.
No, they said it was eligible to be raised to 60, and in 60, not 65.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So it's disappointing. So I think there's actually two issues, and I think one of the metrics that isn't being addressed, and it'll help with the speed limit question, is I think another metric to look at is noise pollution and nuisance. I know that in the Ohio, in the Sabina code, there's verbiage about nuisance from defective vehicles, including basically, not word for word, but vehicles that are made to sound loud. And you know, we've had a lot of development west of King Road, the subdivisions are building. We've had a church built on Mitchell Road. We have 2 schools. We now have also a skilled nursing facility. So all those things are increasing traffic. And actually, it's fine except for the fire trucks and EMS that go by very frequently. And the cars that, as they're going out of the roundabout, are just rubbing up their engine and just letting loose. So I don't know if there's some different approach that by addressing the noise nuisance, which is, I think, a big complaint of, I know my neighbors that bump up with Mitchell, that would address both the noise and nuisance as well as the concern for the speed limit. Perhaps decreasing the speed limit to 35 would address both of those. But I'm just going to throw it out there as a suggestion, a different way to look at it.
It's a great thought, because I think all 3 of us can agree. We're with you on the speeding issue.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
I can't imagine our school district putting 2 schools on a 55-mile-an-hour street. And, kind of looking back at that should have excluded those sites from that road. And I grew up on Mitchell Road. We moved out there in 1978, so I've seen the growth, and I've seen it turn from a farm field to a park in front of my house and all the houses beyond us. And it is frustrating. I'm out there visiting my dad quite a bit, and the motorcycles that rev up and down there and things. And the one thing I would like to ask Sarah, if we could get a more, existence out there, get somebody just kind of make the police known in that area, which I know they are. I often see them in the parks and whatnot, but sitting there radaring might prohibit a few people from doing it as often as they do. And we're continuing, Jill's championing an effort to see what we can do to get that changed. Because I don't know about 35, but certainly 45 is much more reasonable. And if we have a presence out there with our police department, we should be able to curb some of that stuff.
Yeah, Corridor would have 35 miles per hour, and they have houses on each side.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Mitchell. I'm not sure exactly what they're looking for to decrease it, but I think the noise nuisance ordinance is maybe somewhere to go for that. Including in that, there's a nuisance of EMS calls, which have gone up, as you know, like 25%, because of the growth, because of the skilled nursing facility. So I don't know how many times a day the fire truck or the EMS vehicles goes by my house, but it's loud and it's necessary, obviously. But in my mind, I'm thinking, couldn't they take Centennial Road from their fire station on Sylvania road because it'd be the same number of roundabouts, and they'd be going by businesses for the most part, so residential. I would love for that to be those two, but yeah, I think the noise is really a nuisance for residents and the job.
We could follow up with our fire chief too to see if there's our preferred routes for, responses, because obviously those two assisted living facilities on Sylvania, Metamora, and Mitchell do draw quite a few calls.
All right.
Well, thanks for taking your time to come out. So the bottom line is, we don't know yet, we're trying.
Yeah.
We can all agree on this. We can definitely
It's been,
feel no pressure on your end, but.
Yeah. not feeling a bit.
So I tried to find out how many runs per day, go down, I have some, go down the shot, I have some hard data. But I think obviously, I think we're thinking this is the fastest route, but are the same number of roundabouts they have to go around, the same number of quarter turns even. So if they could shift from the shot to Centennial when it's an option, that's what I would propose. I appreciate it.
Great question.
Thank you.
Hang with us on the speed limit thing.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Rob, you were going to have somebody come in from the county?
They did.
We did.
Oh, did?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You weren't here.
Okay.
We did, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, the bottom line, John, real quick, was it was just a bunch of numbers, very confusing. No disrespect to these guys, but they brought an engineer in and we started pounding them with questions, and they just started doing a bunch of formulations. So it came from an engineering perspective,
Yeah.
which I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And just to add to that, I have heard back from Senator Gaveron's staff, and so I'm working with them. Still waiting to hear back from Representative Josh Williams.
Okay.
But they have both gotten emails from me, and I'm still working with that. I wanted the 4th of July to kind of go by before I jump back in again. So, yeah,
Be a pit bull on that one. I know you will.
middle name.
Any other questions or discussions from the board tonight? At this time, I'd like to adjourn at 5:23.
Second?
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for coming, you guys.